Hey guys, welcome back. If I look and sound like shit, it's because I absolutely feel like shit. Well, we're a little bit under the weather today, but regardless, what that means nothing because the scammers are in full force. We gotta make sure we look after what's going on here. First up, well, I guess we got two little incidents today. A whole lot of everyone on Twitter getting duped. We had a lot of Twitter dupage that's going on here. First off, we got a giveaway scam that's going on. So we're going to take a look at that. Second most, we're going to look at what was probably a troll post that fooled way too many people. I'm disappointed in the amount of people that don't understand what a counterfeit card looks like when it's so blatantly obvious, when it couldn't be more obvious. I don't get it. I absolutely don't. Not enough people watching the Rattle Pokemon videos, apparently, including none other than Ken Goldin, who you would think that if you have a show about collectibles and if you run a giant auction house and you've sold a ton of first edition base Zards, that you would know exactly what that looks like, but apparently not. We'll take a look at that after, but first up we have Corey Loves Cards. We got a whole lot of reports. My notifications were popping the hell off. We got a lot of tags going on, and guys, you know I'm not a fan of giveaways. If you want to give stuff away, I think that's awesome. I think if you want to send stuff to friends as a gift, that's super cool. But at the same time, I just think it's a crutch in order to gain traction and or a following. Remember, just because someone claims they're giving something away doesn't mean they're necessarily giving something away. This dude is a giveaway machine. He's either reposting involving himself in, I guess, being a contestant in giveaways and or doing giveaways himself. And a lot of the shit, I mean, okay, sure. Winner has to pay $250 USD for shipping costs. Is the card even $250? So that's weird too. If you see somebody that's giving stuff away and they want you to pay the shipping, you got to be pretty careful about that because you want to do a giveaway, but you can't pay the $2.50 to ship to people. Are you sure you're not just selling this card at this point? Regardless, we have a little incident here, and it seems like he deleted the Armored Mewtwo giveaway. I don't know if it didn't perform well enough. I don't know if this was planned from the beginning, but it seems like it because we got all kinds of posts here. This one by Locos Cards and Collectibles that says, "Scammer alert, this foo got me for $12. He is full of shit. Expose this pussy with a bunch of spaces in between all the letters. $12 ain't nothing, but you ain't about to get me and not have me put you on blast." All right. Yeah, so this is not a new thing. The fake giveaway, riding the fake giveaways. Usually people will, if they're going to fake a giveaway, they're going to at least like give it to their friends or something like that. Maybe it's not an expensive one, so they can get away with doing a fake razzle madazzle, spin the wheel. They'll post a video clip of it. How many times did they run it before that? No one knows. But again, people just put too much faith in the fact that someone's actually giving stuff away. And yes, they do benefit from it because they're getting followers. They're getting traction on their page. This guy is... With the amount of followers and stuff that he's got here, he's not making any money off of this, but he is building a page. Maybe people go to his YouTube channel. I haven't even looked at that. We're not going to. I don't care. But none other than our boy Fahim. This dude absolutely took people for a ride. This was a while back now. 2 years ago now? Holy crap, time flies when you're having fun catching scammers. And my God, was he ever a scammer? And no, he didn't. At least from what I could tell, he didn't steal any money from people. But I'll put a playlist down below. I don't know if it's a playlist yet, but if it's not, I'll make a playlist and I'll put it down below if you want to watch this. But this dude pretended to give stuff away. He made himself, I don't know what the total subscribers he was at, like 20 to 30,000. It says 23.8K there. Just based on he made a meme slideshow and he said he was giving away like tens of thousands of dollars. It turns out he was not. He's living at home with his mummy and his baby sister or whoever was making baby noises in the background, and he was faking all of it. So all of the accounts, I think every single account linked back to him basically faking the account. A friend of his, whoever, he kept trying to fake them over and over again, just kind of like push it off. People are so desperate to get in on these giveaways that they don't give a shit, and he knew it, and so does anyone else that's like gonna shipping scam or anything else. People are so obsessed with getting something for free that they kind of put the blinders on. Guys, again, golden rule, not Ken Golden rule. We'll see what that is in a second. But if something's too good to be true, it probably is. And if someone wants you to pay shipping on even a $2.50 shipping charge on a giveaway that they ran to get interaction, they're probably fucking you. Be careful. Be careful. And regardless, maybe they say like, oh yeah, I'll sell you something else at the same time. They're gonna get you to pay in some method. Again, some method that is sketchy to the extreme. They're gonna be like, no, I only take Venmo and Cash App and all the other non-refundable shit. And they're gonna run away with your money. Now, at $12 for one individual person, probably not a big deal. But when they do it, I don't have no idea how many people gotten by this. If it's 100. It's a big deal. It's a lot. It adds up. It's a lot of money. And no, it doesn't make you any better of you're still a thief. You're still stealing from people. If it's $12 or it's $1,000, if it adds up to $1,000, it's no different than stealing $1,000. Now, what else we got? We got some other posts here. Fada says that this person is scamming by posting a giveaway, and anyone that enters, they DM them asking for shipping info and money for shipping. At Rattle Pokemon, thank you to everyone that tags me and all this stuff. Please add them to the list if not already. If he does have like an eBay or anything like that, he'll definitely be added to that block list. I don't have like a scammer list, but I mean he'll be in a video. So if you're ever wondering if someone's a scammer, you probably want to go ahead and go on YouTube, type in Rattle Pokemon, and then the name of the scammer. I try to put all the aliases of the perpetrators down in the comment section so that most of that will show up. So I've seen a lot of people send me a message and like, oh my God, I almost sent this guy a bunch of money unprotected, and then I saw your video on it and I didn't. So glad, so happy when that happens. Again, screw these people. If you do get screwed over by these people, regardless of how much it is, file a police report. Again, it might not make a difference if it's one person that does it, but if they're ripping off a bunch of people, there's a good chance that it's gonna add up. They're gonna see that it's a trend, and they're probably going to be able to do more than they otherwise wouldn't. All right, Shiny Espion says he spammed my DMs asking to check out his post, told him kindly to not, and he was toxic about it. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about that. Blocked me after sending me his giveaway post. He says, you charging for shipping? I have to. Hello, why is that? This country is damn expensive for mail supplies. What? Yeah, a bubble mailer? A plain white envelope? You're charging $250 to send a Blastoise? Should have looked up the price of that Blastoise. Someone let me know in the comments down below what's the price on that Japanese Blastoise EX. Yeah, man, do yourself a favor and delete that post. That's not a giveaway. All right, so lesson learned. We'll see if anyone has additional information on the perpetrator. If you have the payment information that they were using, please do reach out. I would like to see more on it. So send me a DM on Twitter, I guess, is probably the best spot for the people on Twitter that got ripped off. How we wanted the payment. If you have DMs between you and him, send them my way. Now, my God, Ken Goldin, you should be so embarrassed. This is maybe the most embarrassing thing I've seen in quite some time. We have a very fake, and if you can't tell that this is fake, Charizard, and you collect Pokemon cards, you need to watch some of my videos, because we've covered this many times in the past. If you can't tell at first glance that this is a fake Charizard, even with the picture as small as it is on the screen right now, you're in trouble. You need to be able to identify this. We got the Lugia in the background. Again, these two, they're the most proxied, counterfeited, bootlegged cards that you could ever imagine. Ken Goldin, congrats. Email me, ken@goldin.com. Happy to get it graded for you and auctioned. So, Ken, rub the sleep out of your eyes, and or make sure that a card is real before you're sending stupid shit like this. I'm embarrassed for you. Here's the post, and no, it also fooled many people just that decided to say congrats. A ton of people saying that they should be wearing gloves. I'm here to tell you, you don't need to wear gloves to open Pokemon cards. You do need to wash your hands. It's the same as in a library when you have old scripts and old books and anything like that. They don't wear gloves. The gloves do not help. What helps is you clean your hands really, really well to get the oils and dirt off them, and then you touch them with your bare hands. It's this, the card is not going to all of a sudden melt into oblivion, unless you're lathering your hands up with vegetable oil beforehand. It's going to be okay. So we have Pegsy here, who trolled many people, and again, I am massively disappointed in the amount of people that can't identify this card as a fake one. It is painfully fake. The colors are off. The stamp is completely wrong. The foil, as we'll see, is the default foil for all of the counterfeit ones, most of the counterfeit ones. The print quality just looks like absolute ass. We got stuff that's not aligned where it should be aligned. It's just all around bad. It's terrible. And if you fell for this, you need to do some more research. Even if you're on a base, even if you don't plan on ever buying a first edition base Charizard and you can't tell this thing is fake, you need to do some more research before you're buying anything expensive. All right. Seems sus. There we go. The Lugia and Neo. I think a lot of people also deleted their comments after realizing like, hey, this thing is fake. Hopefully this was a wake-up call to all those that we got people who say stop touching it. It doesn't matter. It's fake. It's fake, guys. Pepe Zard. So we do have a lot of people at this point in time. It was Squeeze It. What is this? First, don't ever touch it again with non-powdered rubber gloves. Next, penny sleeve and top loader that bad boy. Third, ship it to PSA using their quick turn service. Fourth, this is the most important, send it to me. Okay, so I don't know what to say here. We have somebody that is sending cards to PSA. They can't tell that is a fake. Again, you need to know more than the graders. You should know more than the graders if you're spending any significant amount of money, significant to you, on Pokemon cards. It's just it is what it is. I don't also the fact that people aren't just like red flag, like why is this guy just casually opening first edition base booster packs? Like it didn't cross anyone. Grade it, squeeze it. We got to fake, we got to sell it, we got to get it graded, then start checking for recent sales of that grade. It might be worth 200 or 2,000. So that, again, like the prices are way off. There is no chance that this is 200 or 2,000 if it was a real card, which it is not. So like I don't know if there's anything that like peeves my cheese more than people that will talk like they know about something and they don't know about something. Like you clearly have no idea what you're talking about with these prices, but you took the time out of your day to go give somebody financial advice and or Pokemon card advice, but you just have no fucking clue. Like do yourself a favor and don't say anything. Like Ken has no excuse. Like even if he's gonna claim he's not a Pokemon collector, you've seen these things before. You should know how to look at this and tell the difference. Look at a real copy and put it side by side. Put them side by side. And if you can't tell the difference between this and the real copy, Ken could even go on his own website, as we'll see, and he could look at a real copy and he could look at them side by side. And if you can't spot the difference, you need to go back to like, I don't even, what age would you be when you get those books where you're spotting the difference? Like 6? A 6-year-old could tell the difference between this and a real copy. Stilo says, Ken Goldin, don't think that deleting your tweet will make people forget that you fell for the most common Zard proxy. Crying faces. Oh, God. Oh, was there a reply on this? Oh, no. I would hope that the king of collectibles could spot a first edition Zard. So that's pretty funny. Hold on, let's open Ken's. It was really him, and it was on there for quite a while. I didn't get around to recording this last night, or he would have been still in the comment section here. But you get the point. Just a lot of people that don't know the difference. What a coincidence, so did I. It's unreal. I get it. I know that like the average person is like naive and can't tell the difference. But like, okay, I thought maybe this was their card. Congrats on hitting the lottery. Sleeve it immediately and send it to PSA or BGS to get it graded as soon as possible. Like, prepare it for grading, PSA it, who leaves packs laying around. Oh my goodness. We got a lot of people that I hope are kidding about turning it into fractional shares. For sale, question mark. Everyone's like, oh, can I buy it? Can I buy it? Burn it. Card saver, slow movements, tokenize it. Unreal. PSA 9 centering. Like, what in the hell? All right, maybe I'm just used to hanging around people that like know Pokemon cards, that this is like blowing my absolute mind. But regardless, so yeah, it was the actual Ken Goldin. Did confirm it while it was still on there. Yeah, what are you doing, Ken? So if we go to TCG Player, we're not going to do a full tutorial on how to see if a card is fake or not, because this one, again, we've covered this multiple times. If you go to TCG Player, no, you're not going to TCG Player to buy $300 MetaZoo products when they're brand new, and then all of a sudden, price drop, half price. Had to do a little drive-by, MetaZoo drive-by. This is unreal, and I feel bad for anyone that bought this shit at full price when it came out, because it just recently came out. Blows my mind. Absolutely ridiculous. But if you go to Google or you go on to TCG Player and you type in a Charizard First Edition base set TCG Player, you will get this. And this is the one that was used, at least for the artwork section of it, for these proxies. It's the most common, most available, highest res picture that's available of a Charizard. So Etsy, Wish, all these other companies that make these counterfeit cards, this is what they're going to use for a baseline. This is what they're going to copy. And the holographic pattern in the background is going to be identical every single time. Like almost all the proxies, because of this, the availability of this bad boy, the ease of access, the ease to pick this up, to find this, to Google this, to go on TCG Player and take the image and then print it out onto a card. I mean, the print quality is going to be sucky regardless. The first edition stamp, at least on the TCG Player one, is correct. The one that was on the fake one is not. So right away, even if it was a worse picture and not just a stock image of the TCG, sorry for coughing into the mic there, the TCG Player image, the Etsy image, even if this was in a back alley, again, in the dark, it's raining, there's water droplets on the camera lens, and it's a flip phone from the first ever flip phone that was invented, and there's scratches all over it. You could still tell that this is fake based on the way that the blacks are lined up and not on there properly, but also the first edition stamp is just blatantly wrong. You should have a tilted T, and there should be more of a lean on. I mean, the text of the first edition, I don't know why or how they can't get this right at any point, but they don't. The one can either be thick or thin, so don't let that fool you. That's not an indicator of whether it's real or not. If you want to if you're buying anything like this, go look at graded copies. Make sure it's not a fake graded copy like the one on Etsy right here. Do not look at Etsy. Don't look at Etsy. Don't look at Wish for a reference. You're going to go to Google. You're going to find a graded copy. Make sure it's either on like the PSA website, or in this case, let's use the Goldin one, because Ken Goldin, owner of Goldin Auctions, can't tell the difference, and he could have went to his own website and found that that this bad boy is fake. So you can see here, and yes, this is a thin stamp versus the thick on the previous one. But in terms of looking at details on here, you should be able to clearly tell that this is not the same as the other card. This is a little pale. It can be a little bit darker than this. It's probably just the scan or the photo, probably scan, I guess, that is making it look a little bit lighter. But the details on here are going to be drastically different than the ones on the Charizard here. The colors are going to be different. Again, the colors can be slightly different. Some of the fakes, the wings are a little bit too close, or the feet are a little bit too close to the Charizard. The mouth is often different, the wrong color. But again, you can just tell that the print quality on this just by glance. Just glance at it. You can tell that something's off with the print quality here, because it's a scan. It's the scan from TCG Player that was printed onto one of these cards. The fake is probably also, the back is probably also fake. So you'll be able to tell the difference between that and a real thing. But just in case, you want to be able to identify both the front and the back as legitimate, because somebody could wipe the front off of a card with acetone and print a Charizard on there. Again, it's gonna be like inkjet printing. So if you don't have one of those bad boy Jewelers Loupes that I recommend, get one of those, and make sure you're buying this stuff in a safe method. Now, I don't think that this person was necessarily trying to pull one over or steal from anyone, but it is a huge wake-up call to a lot of people that if you couldn't tell this was fake, you better not be collecting expensive Pokemon cards, because you're gonna pay for it. And it doesn't take much, like, to just learn this stuff. Just learn comparisons, learn what you should be looking at, what it's supposed to look like. I'm embarrassed for the people that are going to give advice on this stuff, but I'm also super duper embarrassed for Ken, who should know the difference. It's unreal. That's all we got for today. More this week coming up. We got a whole lot of stuff going on, so look forward to that. Join the Discord, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.